obviously see huge variation in some of the academic attainment data, even in sort of local schools for disadvantaged children, with some, such as one that I will mention, Dixon's Cottingley Academy, managing to get nearly 45% of disadvantaged children to grade 5 or above in English and Maths GCSEs, but I won't name others who have very, very much lower attainment rates. Clearly, that is a school that's done a great job of turnaround, school leadership. I've visited. There are lots of factors that you can see. I suppose the question is, how much can we trust sort of these comparisons, given a couple of factors that are mentioned in the the NAO report and also in some of the evidence that we've received on two counts. One is who counts as disadvantaged children. So free school meals not being an entirely robust measure. We know that some of the most vulnerable children, one of my head teachers said, in fact, they either don't or find it difficult to apply for free school meals, so we're sort of missing out there. And then the other really in terms of these academic attainment measures, again, I think it was paragraph 2.2 in the NAO report, where the variation in actually entering exams, so 8.3% of disadvantaged children are not entered for exams, whereas it's just 2.3% of those not known to be disadvantaged. So I really do want to just push as to whether these are sufficiently robust measures for us to really know what's going on in terms of academic attainment for disadvantaged children.
I mean, I think I'd start by saying I do think that FSM is the single best measure that's available, and it is important to have a simple and understandable measure across the system. But it's absolutely right that cannot be the limit of what we look at because of some of the issues that you have described. So we look at FSM overall, we look at FSM 6 and those people who have been eligible for FSM in any one of the last 6 years. We look at persistent FSM, I think that really matters, children who have been persistently FSM for a long period of time, and then we look at other markers of disadvantage like looked after children. And again, the Opportunity Mission gives us the structure to do that consistently across each of the life phases. The one of the points where I think it's really important to think carefully about the metrics and measures we're using is how those get applied in the funding systems. And we've done a lot of research in that territory, in that space, which broadly says you get the best correlation with need by taking individual pupil measures, particularly FSM 6, and then putting it alongside area-based deprivation measures like a DACI. And having a combination of those two things. We've built that into the school's national funding formula. We're increasingly building it into the earliest national funding formula in the context of that.